Hey guys, welcome to back to my channel and welcome back to the Fangoria look at the Fangoria Volume 1 issues. This is episode number 6, issue number 6. So we continue with Anthony Daniels in The Empire Strikes Back, C-3PO from the inside. That's really cool. Plus Stephen King, George Romero, Quatermass, and Too Much to Mention. See contents, page 3. And our feature articles here, Vincent Price remembers AIP, American International Pictures, I assume. Introducing Count Fangor, Friday the 13th, A Day for Terror, Shock Effects Special, Tom Savini and Rob Bottin. So we got some advertising to start with. We got our contents here. So this marks the 1 year anniversary since the release of I guess the magazine here. So this was released in June of 1980. So Bob Martin, 1 full year. Has it really been that long? Wow. Okay. Postal zone here. Let's see if we can find something interesting here. Reluctant fan. Fangoria poses a rather difficult problem for me. Every time I see an issue in the bookstore, I try to pass it by. Certainly, there should be something I could spend a buck 95 on instead of your magazine. But no, each time I look at an issue, I find at least one or two articles inside that compel me to buy it. Well, there you go. And that's what they want, right? Let's see. Is there anything else here? Oldies are goodies. I strongly disagree with the letter writer in Fangoria 3 who stated that there should be more material in your magazine about current movies and less about classic film of the past. The late lamented fantasy mag Castle of Frankenstein attempted just such a catalog of fantastic films back in the 60s and did not continue in the newsstands long enough to complete the projects. Yeah, see, there you go. So they did the research. They knew exactly what they were doing. Dawn Post Masquerade. So this is pretty cool. So you can buy these different masks here. Very, very cool. So first article here, Anthony Daniels in The Empire Strikes Back. C-3PO from the inside. That's the real guy. Rob Bottin, Out of the Fog. Rick Baker's youthful apprentice makes his own rep as an on-screen fiend, off-screen FX artist. That's pretty cool. Tom Savini, a man of many parts. So Friday the 13th, his work on the film, that's really, really cool. The Changeling, Peter Medak, interviewed by Bob Martin. So this was a Canadian film, haunted house film. Really, really excellent. This is a feature article on that. Wow, that's pretty neat. A Day of Terror, Friday the 13th. Look at that. Writer, director, producer, writer Sean Cunningham interviewed by Martin. Really, really cool. Some behind the scenes pictures here. Quatermass Saga concludes John Mills in the final adventure, Britain's sci-fi hero. Very cool. Fangoria, the most fun you can have without screaming. Pretty cool. So it's just you can buy back issues at the time. The previous issues were available, dirt cheap, I might add. Vincent Price, The Corman Years. It's a cool article. Yeah, it's an interview here. Vincent Price, Fangoria. Stephen King, George Romero collaboration in terror. The Stand. Apes of Wrath. Between 2001 and Star Wars, there was one true sci-fi phenomenon, Planet of the Apes. Really good series of films. Through the Halls of Hammer, a concise history of Hammer films. And this looks like oh yeah, it has all the different posters, I guess, of the different Hammer films. Really cool. This is just to sort of see some of it anyway. And continues on, C-3PO, the continuation of that article. Trading Post again. Caroline conquers the colonies. Monroe makes more movie magic. The Bottin article continued. Another continuation of the interviews. Savini's interview continued. Making of a Mongoloid. Look at that. Wow. That's pretty cool. Continuation of the Changeling. Husband and wife at the time, as a side note, and that was just a facade. There was wasn't actually a real house. It was just built at the time. Very cool. Count Fangor. So I guess they dipped into doing sort of like a comic more next issue. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Some more advertising here. And again, the feature artist here, Doug Beekman, and some of his art, his work here. Monster Evasion. Let's see, Humanoids from the Deep, Scanners, Mad Max. We saw that last time. John Carpenter's next. Reports on what John Carpenter will be doing have conflicted regularly. Interesting. Don't Go in the House. Curse at King Tut's Tomb. Aliens and Salem's Lot. And then the conclusion of some of the earlier articles. Things to come. I like how they sort of preview the upcoming issue. So summer, prime time for the realm of cinematic terror. Let's see, what are they going to cover? Stanley Kubrick, The Shining, yes. So the next one is the one where they focus strictly on horror from that point on, and they abandon the sci-fi aspect, not completely, but in terms of focusing strictly on horror. So that it's all about that in the next one here. And that was scheduled for June 24th of 1980, but again, I doubt that. It's likely a couple months down the road, and just the Starlog advertising, and of course the duty jacket, which is pretty cool. And that's it, guys. That's episode or issue number 6. Join us again for issue number 7, when we took a look at where Fangoria was exclusively delving into horror with that issue. So join us for that one. Take care.